Vila Becking, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I've just come from seeing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's new movie. I believe it's his 9th movie, which means we only have one left. And, this is not an easy one to review for me. Okay, this is a movie I think I was most looking forward to this summer, maybe even this year. I love Quentin Tarantino, and he's had a few misfires in the past. Hateful Eight, for example. I think it probably would have worked better as like a mini series, like a like if they did like a 6-hour Netflix show, or yeah, that I think it would have been much stronger. But enough of that. Talk about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. By the way, even though he's done this, he says he's doing 10 movies. I think probably he's going to move into doing something that I just suggested. You know, like like a longer form Netflix or Amazon, some kind of streaming thing. But again, back to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So how to do? This is not an easy one to review. Okay, this is a bit of an obscure reference. If you ever seen a TV show Firefly, and if you haven't, you really should see the TV show Firefly. So there was a pilot episode, so the feature-length pilot episode, which actually, when they showed the show initially, they never showed that. They showed another pilot, and then after they cancelled, they showed the original pilot as a 2-parter. Anyway, you go to the original pilot. There's it's about a it's about a sort of private semi-criminal spaceship where they take whatever jobs they can find. Often criminal jobs to get by. So they've taken on this crew. Not crew. They've taken on passengers, and one has a mysterious box. So this is at the end of the first episode, first part of the 2-parter, which was the pilot. And there's a big fight about what's in the box, and they demand to open the box, and then finally they're screaming, and they open the box, and inside the box is Summer Glau, the actress who was like probably about 18 at the time, completely naked, like curled up in a fetal position, unconscious in suspended animation. So the captain, Mao, what's his name? I can't remember the actor's name. Great actor. After the box is open, everyone's like silent stare. After screaming, everyone stops and is silent. And he looks down at the box, and the only sound he makes is this. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, that's a bit of a long-winded way to get to my review. That's essentially my review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's really a movie looking for a plot. I'm kind of sorry. I was very guarded about seeing any spoilers, so I haven't heard any reviews. I've avoided any talk about it, and I kind of see why it wasn't so hard to avoid anything. There's not really much to talk about. The movie is essentially about not Benicio del Toro, Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio is a B-lister actor. He's on his career's on the decline in 1969 in Hollywood. He's moved from being a leading man in cowboy movies or in some war movies, and now he's like the villain of the week on different TV shows, and he's contemplating with reluctance going to Rome for 6 months to shoot some spaghetti westerns. His best friend is Cliff, played by Brad Pitt, who's his stuntman, and essentially his gopher. They live next door to Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski, who was famously murdered by Charles Manson in August of that year. And the movie, the first hour and a half, not really a lot happens. You just kind of see their life, and there's an interesting scene in flashback where you get to fill in a bit of Brad Pitt's character, Cliff's character, why he's finding it hard to get work as a stuntman after he had a run-in with Bruce Lee. I think that's the best scene of the movie. And yeah, again, just nothing really happens. It floats along. You see this like B-lister's career, and it's kind of like the lots of the in between scenes that the things that happen in between plot points. There really weren't many plot points. The movie finally goes somewhere involving the Sharon Tate murders. I just I have no clue what Quentin was trying to say with this. I really have no idea what he was trying to say, what the message was. Um, so yeah, I'm a bit perplexed. I liked all the sixties nostalgia stuff. That was even though I'm from the '70s, but I just maybe wanting to watch Mad Men, which gave me all that stuff with a plot. I don't know. I'm really scared because I've really recorded this before I heard any reviews, so I don't know what anybody else thinks. But so I don't want to sound like an idiot and a luddite, like I'm missing something really heavy. But I don't think I am. I just not a lot. It was a 2 hour, 40 minute movie. It just wasn't 2 hours, 40 minutes worth of plot in it. I'm surprised, you know. It just seems that to me, Quentin Tarantino is mellowing a bit in his old age and has less to say, or he says it in a way that I don't understand. I mean, if you're very into cinema history and Hollywood history, I can see you really liking this movie, which I think Quentin Tarantino probably is. Um, and yeah, I know I do. I love the movies from the genre, from that time, that era. And it was, I loved all the nods to that. But again, it was a collection of nods and cute scenes. But even the dialogue wasn't even that sparkling. It wasn't funny, like in the way Tarantino movies normally are. And again, the ending, at least it had an end. There was something that happened at the end. Is somewhat akin to the ending of Inglourious Bastards, where it takes like real life events and then takes them and fictionalizes them and takes them in a different direction. But again, it just seemed not to have any impact. Just not much in the movie landed. Not much happened. So I don't know what to say. Look, if you're a Quentin Tarantino fan, you can't not see the movie. But phew, it's this is one better for a Sunday afternoon on Netflix. I would suggest. If anybody has any idea what the movie was really about, please let me know. My name is Phila Beck and the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope this review has been useful for you. Into a movie that was very confusing for me. And ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.